Picture this. You wanting to go and hang out with your friends. Maybe you have a date. Or maybe you're just looking for some family fun. You want to go to a fun place. A loud place, in general. A place where you can party. This place is the bowling alley, and the activity is bowling. Maybe you haven't gone bowling very often. Maybe you haven't been since your best friend's birthday party in third grade. Or maybe you haven't just gone for fun and it just had low scores. Today, I will try and give you some pointers on how to become a better bowler. I will teach you the basics of bowling. I began competitively bowling in the high school. Before that, I had really only bowled at birthday parties. Once I got into high school, I decided to join the bowling team. I spent my 3 years of high school on the boys varsity bowling team. During my time on the team, we made regionals several times with several members of my team, and we even made it to state a few times. I myself missed state on my last year there by 7 pins. After high school, I joined a bowling league at a local bowling alley. My team has placed 5th in many competitions, and in other competitions in various tournaments, we've also come in the top 3 many times too. I feel very qualified to inform you today about this topic. Today, I will give you a brief history of bowling and discuss some of the basics of bowling, including the 4 P's of bowling. They are pre-shot, posture, push, and post. A little bit of the history of bowling. The first signs of bowling being played were as far back as 3200 BC. And some of the first forms of the word began being written appeared around the same time. However, bowling as we know it today is actually only a few hundred years old. The first televised TV bowling games were in 1950, but the original first indoor bowling lanes were in New York City in the 1840s. So here's a little bit of the information. If you'd like to see more, you can go to www.pinchasers.net. A little bit of history about bowling balls itself. According to bowlingmuseum.com, bowling balls for modern bowling were made out of wood in the 1900s, and later they were turned into heavy rubber bowling balls. Around 1960, the bowling ball manufacturers started using polyester, which later became the common spare ball that we use today, or also known as the common plastic ball. Some of the equipment that you might need are 2 very important pieces of equipment, and the only 2 is a bowling ball and a pair of shoes. So some bowling balls. Bowling ball alleys all have bowling balls that can be used when you are bowling there. They will vary in weight and where the finger holes are drilled. Many people choose to buy their own for the sakes of comfort. Maybe they need a certain weight or have extremely large or small hands. Today's bowling balls can vary from a range of prices from about $70 to $250 depending on if it's new or used, where you're buying it, and the brand. A good bowler will often use a bowling ball drilled with grips to help make it a fingertip ball. A fingertip ball, you ask? A fingertip ball uses just the tips of your fingers and gives a better reaction, also known as a hook. For more of this information on bowling balls and better information for you, want to go to more competitive for bowling or not, please go to the YouTube video from Brad and Kyle's channel called How to Build Your Best Arsenal. So some of the shoes that you need for bowling. Shoes are the others piece or is the other piece of equipment that you will often absolutely need to use. Shoes can go from anywhere from $50 to $250. The most basic shoes is just that, a shoe. It often it very often looks like a tennis shoe. The more expensive shoes will be have switchable pads and slide pads and other different pads to them as well. If you don't plan on bowling very often, you can also just rent shoes. I would suggest that everyone buys their own shoes if they plan to go bowling every once in a month, kind of. First, it costs about $4 to rent shoes, and second, because of rental shoes. Yuck. Some of the bowling bags, if you decide to buy a ball, you will probably want to get a bag so that you can have a convenient way to carry your bowling ball. Bowling ball bags can be anywhere between $150, give or take, from for a good bowling bag. Depending on how many balls you own, bags can hold almost always between 1 to 6 balls. Some bags come with wheels and make it easier to transport. Some bags let you piggy bank other bags onto them as well. So the first part of the P's are pre-shot. Now, since I have told you what you need I will give you some tips to help you learn how to bowl or improve your game. If you already know how to bowl, when you are about to go up for your shot, you want to have a pre-shot. The pre-shot is the time the bowlers are preparing to throw the ball. They are visually making the shot in their head. They're thinking about where they will want to stand and throw the ball. As they get more advanced, they are reading the lane. Hopefully, other people are bowling with them so that they can watch how the balls are reacting on the oily lanes. If you watch the other bowlers in the alley, you will see many of them wipe their balls down with a rag. They are cleaning off the oil and off their ball and hoping that it will grab the lane better. These bowlers have a longer pre-shot. Only many others may have an obvious pre-shot. It may even seem like they don't have one at all. They seem to approach the line and throw the ball without any planning. These bowlers have been planning their shot while their opponent is taking their time. They have watched others of their opponents bowl and how their ball is reacting to the lane and have a plan that what their shot before they're even going to stand up. All serious, bowlers have their own style of a pre-shot. When you take the time and visualize the outcome of the shot, you will generally have a more relaxed throw. The second P is posture. Posture refers to your stance and actual approach. When you approach the line, you want your feet in a nice, relaxed place. Once you find your mark, you will want to start in the same spot every time. You will want your feet together and in a good solid stance. You will want your arm to be at a 90-degree angle with your body and have the ball close to your body. You will want your body to relax and during this approach. The third P is push. So before you can push, you need to know if you're a right-hand bowler or a left-hand bowler, and whether you take 4 or 5 steps to get to your line. If you take 4 steps, you will want to push the ball away and let the ball drop like a pendulum with a smooth, loose swing for more speed and a clearer shot on your first step. If you take 5 steps, then you want to push the ball on your second step and repeat what a 4-step bowler would do. If you are a right-hand bowler, on your 5th step, you want your left foot to be on the left. If you are a left-hander, you take your 5th step with your right foot. Taking 4 steps then will leave you with your right foot on the slide on your non-dominant foot. For more information and a more professional explanation for the push method, please go to YouTube and watch the video from Brad and Kyle's channel called Bowl Better with Push Away Tips. The 4th P is posture, or not posture, post. When you are bowling, you will always want to post. Posting is when you are at the line with your knee bent before you start your approach. Most bowlers are between 45 and 50 degrees at a bend in their knee. You should always look down and check where you slid and what board you landed on. That way, if the shot was successful, you know where your spot is. If your spot was not successful, you can determine what you need to do to correct the shot. With practice, you will find yourself becoming a consistent bowler. In the beginning, you may find that you are all over the lanes. You will have both good shots and terrible shots. You want to release the ball when it's close to the ground and opposite to launching it. One way we drill at practice is to throw the ball over a rag laying on the line. If you clear the rag without lobbing the ball, you are releasing it in the right place. Releasing the ball and letting your arm follow through and return to the original 90 degrees that you started the post with, you will want to keep low to the ground and your follow through and keep your back straight. For more of this information on posting and good drills to practice on, please go to YouTube and watch the video from the Brad and Kyle show called Improve Your Bowling Release with this drill. The next thing is how to read boards. In bowling, there are 39 boards in each lane. If you are right-handed, you will read the board from right to left. If you are left-handed, you'll read left to right. The middle dot or the middle arrow is the 20 board, and every arrow dot is 5 boards. This is important to understand because once you learn your spot, you can think of it as the 5th board, etc. The next thing is how you release the ball. You will want to release to be as smooth as possible. The best way to approach and to accomplish this is to make sure your hands stay cupped around the ball for the entire post. If you don't, there is a good chance that your ball will fall out of your hand. Once you get to the point in your swing and you are ready to release the ball, you want to snap your hand a little on the release and start the ball to spin and to get that hook. Your thumb should come out of the ball first. This will give your fingertips a chance to give the ball a harder hook. You should also use a ball with a weight in it and to give it the full hook. So my conclusion today is, I have explained what equipments that you should be given and some of the basic instructions on how to bowl. Now you will be able to take your day out for a fun time, or at least have a little bit of a good bowling technique, or you can go bowling with your friends and hopefully not look like a fool when you do.